Since when did having a personality cost money? Well, I guess the early 2020s, because the new social media identity crisis has become one of the worst problems to strike young people. And it is one of the root causes of the mass depression, anxiety, and mental health crisis that is going on currently for young people. Whoa, I know. Let's take a pause and dive into that a little bit deeper because that sounds a bit crazy. But seriously, the mental health problem and the surge in mental health cases in young people that is happening right now, currently in 2026, and as we continue to progress throughout the future, it's serious. But there's some real simple causes to all of this. Now, one of the main causes, which I'm going to be identifying in this video, is the identity crisis that the majority of young people are going through right now. Now, there is something called an identity crisis loop. That's the term I'm giving it, and some of the research that I've done gave it to, but there's some varying terms depending where you're looking online. What this is basically is, as a young person, or anybody really, you see something online, you feel as though you're attracted to it, you're interested in it, you're like, that is cool, I want to be that. You make the purchases that are required to be made for you to get into that identity, because every identity nowadays is a piece of clothing, a new sense of fashion, a new thing that you can attach on your backpack. You remember the Labubus? Well, they died out pretty quickly too. All of this is identity. People are finding identities online. They're going and purchasing the things that they need to become part of that identity. They're getting that temporary sense of joy, of acceptance, and then it fades and they need to join the next trend. And this is why it becomes a loop. So already you're probably seeing some of the issues with this. This is very monetarily focused. It is capitalism at its finest. You fall in love with something, you buy it quickly so you can join the fad, and then you get rid of it and buy the next thing. This is an amazing consumerism loop that's been designed, that it's not just there because we as people have fallen into this trap of loving things so much that we buy more. No, it is a consumerism loop that has been created by the companies that release these products. They want you to love a fad and then get rid of it, so then you buy the next product. Because if you love something so much, you can form an identity around it and keep it forever. Well, guess what? They just lost future sales, and that is not in their best interest. So a company's best interest is actually to have you in an identity loop, for you to never find true identity with yourself, but to find it in their products, and only for a little bit of time, which is crazy and a little bit, sad, but what else can we expect in this consumerism age? Even just 20 years ago, people weren't buying things to create their identity. They had an identity they wanted already and bought things to support it. They'd keep the same sweater for 20 years, or the same, shirt as long as it lasted, for as long as they could. If you were a camper, you bought high quality camping gear that would last you. You didn't fall in love with camping because of a TikTok, go to Mountain Equipment and drop your whole paycheck, and then never use your camping gear again. Trust me, there's so many friends I have that have done that exact same thing. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Do you ever feel like you're falling behind compared to other people, or you just can't sort it out, you don't know who you are? Well, these are some really strong symptoms of having this identity crisis. When you don't know who you are and the things that you love, the things that you live for every day, and the things that you love and live for are just the things that you've bought in and developed an interest in because of trends and other things, you start to have some real inner crises where you're like, who am I? What am I doing? Why do I not feel complete? Now, it might not be to that exact T, but subconsciously, I know a lot of people feel like this. I even feel like that sometimes myself. And it's super important to remember that you are the things that you enjoy and the things that you do, and things that you do well, not the things that you own. So when we are developing that inner identity, which gives us so much fulfillment and at a deeper area for our own lives, like fills us with life energy, developing that and finding that is of the utmost importance and will just be taken away from you if you spend too much time delving into the trends and the things that aren't really things you love and care about. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, you're probably thinking, this sounds dire. This is sad. Like, what is going on? How are young people supposed to find out what they want to do, who they are? The world's a mess. And, well, you're not exactly wrong in thinking that, but we've got to look at some of the positives and see why this is happening. Because truly, it is designed to be this way. It's in their best interest. And who is they? Well, because I know they get thrown around all the time. They're behind this. They're controlling the world. But really, it's just companies. It's companies who have influence and money, and it's in their best interest to keep you buying things, keep you obsessed with interchanging identity, because that makes them lots of money and it's extremely profitable. There's really no downside in that system for them. Identity equals capitalism, 100%. They love it. They are super happy. And don't forget, they is just companies, the people who have influence in our landscape. I don't even want to say political, because it is just everything. They have the money to control each and every little section and make sure that you're buying the things that they want you to buy. Now, this has really some huge psychological impacts on us as people. Like, is it really our identity if it can be bought? If the things that we have shaped our lives to be orbiting around, if that can be interchanged with almost anything, with any piece of technology, any purchased item from Temu, if Joe Smo over there can have the exact same identity as me, where's the uniqueness in that? Where does it benefit me or the person living it at all? And I think that's up for interpretation. That's where we're gonna leave that one. So guys, it's not dire, the world's not over, because there's still people like me and people out there who can see this stuff and they're like, hey now, no. But I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not susceptible to consumerism. I can at least view it, have an outside perspective and say, okay, well, let's not make my personality a labubu this month. But I got fancy technology and the things that I enjoy. So at what point is it the things that I truly enjoy and I've gone and purchased items to make that better for myself? Or is it a trend that I saw? Well, I think that's all up for our own personal interpretations. And at the end of the day, what makes you happy, and what keeps that clock ticking is different for all of us. So identity is still not like an objective thing. It is up for everybody's own interpretation. And if you love the things that you've been buying and it's keeping you happy, hey, at least you're happy. That's all that matters. So thank you guys for listening thus far. I really hope if you have a differing opinion or there's anything you heard in this video that makes you say, I disagree, or I would love to add my opinion, drop it down in the comments. That's what this is for. I'm here to have a discussion with people and have real conversation. Unlike most YouTube channels, get in here while it's still pretty empty down there. Drop a comment. Let's hear what you guys have to say. Take care.